Okay, so I need to do a part 2 with this one. And so I'm going to, we're going to go out here. And so it takes us right here. And then we go over here to this part. But let's go, okay, so what this is saying that it's waiting for me to broadcast. But then I go back here. It shows the video that I've already broadcasted it. Now let's go over here inside. And there's a man named Richard Hurley. There's a book here. I'm going to read some of the excerpts. Now, I think I'd made a comment about Chad Hurley being part of YouTube, which I thought was kind of interesting. But this, I wonder if that's why my video disappeared. But it was just a little story I'd made about the California and the Civil War, and I talked about gerrymandering and splitting California into 3 different states. That's what I had said. And so my video is, apparently it's still saved on the inside. And so I was looking inside of my captions here to see what is here. And so this is where I was getting my captions, was inside of my video. But this book, let me see. Let me go back over here and see if I can, California and the Civil War. Was this the book by Richard Hurley? Yes, this is the book by Richard Hurley. And so I made the analogy to Chad Hurley, who was, and I think there's another Hurley brand as well, possibly a sports apparel or something like that maybe. But I remember Chad Hurley. He was one of the co-founders of YouTube. I think they said there was 3 of them. Steve Chen and Chad Hurley. And then there was another guy who was lesser known, but I think he was one of the guys who recorded at the zoo or something like that. And he put up the first video on YouTube, and they were inside of a Stanford garage or something like that. Maybe that's why that came up. I don't know. What's this down here? The myth of the lost cause, why the South fought the Civil War and why the North won. When I hear that about war, neither side wins. It doesn't matter who they think won or lost. Neither side wins. This is the same thing we have in politics too. North and South, the Civil War. And then in politics, you have Democrats, Republicans. Neither side is winning. Neither side is winning because, for example, North and the South was about bringing the country together, or civil rights and fighting for people's rights. And this is the same thing with Democrat, Republican. Well, they're fighting for a Democrat agenda or a Republican agenda. They're not actually helping the American public at all.